3 easy ways to embrace your femininity on a daily basis. Do you feel like you're always taking the lead? Do you feel like you're always planning? Do you feel like you're always the one doing everything, decision making in a leadership position because you are an ambitious, a feminine woman, right? So on a daily basis, you tend to be more in your masculinity than in your femininity. In this video, I am going to be talking about or telling you 3 easy ways that you can embrace your femininity on a daily basis. In case you don't know me, my name is Merit. I'm a dating and a femininity coach. I help you to heal your wounded femininity. I help you also to embrace your femininity after healing, and I help you to attract love when it comes to dating or using your femininity in your relationship. If this is something you're interested in, if this is something you want to learn, give me subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you're a woman, you are always the one doing and giving, right? It is because you're not allowing yourself to soften up. It is because you're not allowing yourself to receive. It is because you're not allowing yourself to be in your femininity, because you think that you always have to prove yourself, because you think that you always have to be the one to do a lot of things, right? So you tend to always give and give and give without settling down, without relaxing, without you embracing your femininity on a day-to-day activity in your life. As a woman, the society have conditioned you to be strong. The society have conditioned you to be capable. The society have conditioned you to be this woman that can be a boss babe. But when you keep going like that, being this boss babe, being this power woman, right, you might end up pushing love away from your life. You might end up pushing people away from your life that love you, that care for you, that really want the best for you, because you are operating on your masculinity on a daily basis. And a lot of you think that for you to be a feminine woman, it means that you have to be weak. Femininity is not about being weak. Femininity is actually strength, because there are different traits that is associated with you becoming a feminine woman. So do you want to know the solution to using your femininity on a daily basis, even if you've been on your masculinity for a really long time? So you want to watch out how you communicate on a daily basis. You want to watch out how you allow every day affect your life, because every day have a way of affecting your life, and you can decide to take charge of your life. You can decide to be the one that is feminine in your life, or you can decide to be the one always using your masculinity in your daily life. Here are 3 simple habits that you can do on a daily basis. So what are some of the simple habits? First is you have to slow down. You have to slow down, because you are always moving, you are always doing, you are always in the situation where you have to constantly, you are always on the move. You do not even allow yourself to slow down just a bit. You do not even allow yourself to be in your femininity just a bit. So you need to learn how to use your sensuality as a feminine woman. Sensuality has to do with when you're moving. I understand that you have to work, right? And some of you have your alarm at 8, at 7, at 6, at 5, at whatsoever time. The moment the alarm rings, that is click or ring, that is when a lot of you will just get out of bed. You throw this on, you throw this on, you throw this on, right? And you start rushing to work. And when you're even rushing to work, you're doing some kind of power work, power move. You have no time to even walk as a feminine woman. You have no time to even slow down as a feminine woman. So for some of you, what can be the solution? For me, what I usually would do, I tend to, okay, if I have something very important to do in the next day, or I have to get some things done, I try as much as possible to try and make the things ready the day before, right? Try to make the things ready the day before, so that it becomes easier for me. That is one of the ways that I can slow down instead of rushing. Or I can wake up earlier, especially that I have a son that is 5 years, 6 years old, right? 5 years old is going to 6. What I usually would do, I try as much as possible to make everything ready before the next day is clothes that is going to wear to the kindergarten the next day, is food, what is going to eat. I try to make plans before the next day. And kids sometimes they tend to wake up, and when they have instincts that you are awake already, and when they hear you, they want to start crying. So you need to make everything ready. If you have to go to work, make your clothes ready. If you have to go to appointment, make everything ready. And if it is also possible for you, right, I want you to wake up on time. And for some of you that have dates, right, I want you to plan everything before you go for a date. I want you to make everything ready, every details, visualize it. So for some of you can also do some visualization when you wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, visualize how your day is going to be like, from you wearing your clothes for work to you going to take the bus, or you driving your car, or some of the routes that you can take that can even be slower for you. So visualizing is seeing yourself doing some of these things before you even start doing some of these things that you're visualizing yourself to do, right? So when you wake up in the morning, make sure that everything is ready, or even a day before, so that you can slowly live your life. Or when you're not doing that, I want you to eat. When you're eating, take your time to eat and enjoy your food, right? When you're listening, also pay attention to the people, right? When you're smelling something, perfume, nice smell, I want you to take time to take it in, right? Instead of just being in hurry. Or maybe when you are also seeing beautiful pictures, seeing beautiful nature, I want you to take time to appreciate what you're seeing. Because sometimes a lot of you go to the museum, right? You see a picture and you just look at it, or you're just looking at some images. I want you to take time to look at some of the details, right, regarding some of these things that you're looking at, regarding some of these things that you're seeing, right? So by appreciating it, I want you to take everything slow. If you have been someone that is always very fast in doing everything, this time I want you to take things very slow. I want you to start living very slow. Slow living is what you can do on a daily basis to start embracing your femininity. A lot of people talk about soft life, soft life, soft life, but what really is soft life? Soft life is taking your life in a very slow way, doing things in a very slow way, instead of you always in a rush, right? So I want you to start living, embracing your sensuality, instead of you always rushing things. In such a way, you're living your soft life. In such a way, you are embracing your sensuality. The second way for you to start being feminine or embracing your femininity on a daily basis, right? It's for you to start receiving. As a feminine woman will receive, right? But for you, you tend to always want to give and give and give and give and give to people. And when people want to give you in return, you show being capable, you show being tough. You can say, oh, I can do this by myself. I got it. I can do this. Things like this make people to stop giving to you. So as a feminine woman, you want to also learn to receive as much as you're giving to people. Some people can give you compliment that you look very beautiful, but a lot of you, most of the time, tends to be like, my head is this, my hair is this, I'm this, I'm that, right? So learn to receive compliment. Learn to receive. When someone is helping you, learn to let them help you and learn to lean back. So some of these things that people can do for you is planning event for you, or doing little things around the house. Maybe on a date, when a man is opening the car for you, right? When he's pulling your chair, or when he's even taking your coat. All these little things are out of service, right? So let people do out of service for you. Let people do these little nice things for you, and just learn to appreciate the people without you showing your masculinity, without you showing that you can do it, right? I know you can do it, but let people also do for you, because femininity is being, right, being in your flow. Masculinity is doing. So you want to leave the energy of always doing to being in your feminine energy, because you've been given, especially if you're the first child in your family, you're used to always doing for people, giving to people, and now let people do for you, right? Let people give to you as a feminine woman, because you've been doing everything and now you're not allowing people to do for you. So learn to lean back and let people do for you, receive, appreciate, and that is what you need at the moment on a daily basis. The first one was your sensuality. I want you to slow down. The second thing was to receive, right? Let people, instead of you wanting to control, instead of you wanting to take the lead, instead of you wanting to always being the one doing everything, let people do for you as well. To embrace your femininity, or the third habit for you to practice every day, is to use your soft feminine communication. So I have a template. Soft feminine communication is a template that shows you how to use your femininity, how to talk in a feminine way as a feminine woman. So femininity trait also has to do with empathy, has to do with compassion, has to do with you as a woman using your word to nurture other people instead of using your word to cause pains, right, to other people. So as a feminine woman, you want to nurture with your word. For instance, there are some things that you do not agree with. So do you start fighting or shouting or using your tones, right? I do not agree with it, so and so and so, right? There's a way you can say it. There's a way you can say it. I disagree with you, and you can share your own point of view. Or I disagree with this opinion. I would like to share my own point of view. Do you mind listening to my own point of view instead of you being overly aggressive? So as a feminine woman, before you say something on a daily basis, I understand you're the boss, babe. I understand you are ambitious. I understand that. I understand. But when you're using your feminine communication, you draw people closer to you, because our words, right, has the power of hurting people without you even realizing it, right? Without you even realizing it. So I want you to use your feminine communication to empower people instead of using your feminine communication to put scars in other